Service in Boston has issued a special marine warning for the Island Sound, Buzzards Bay. Waters extending out to 25 nautical miles south of Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket. Coastal waters from Montauk, New York to Martha's Vineyard extending out to 20 nautical miles south of Block Island, Rhode Island Sound, Vineyard Sound, until 8:45 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 8:03 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 7 nautical miles southwest of the coastal waters between Block Island and Martha's Vineyard, moving northeast at 30 knots. Hazards include wind gusts to 40 knots and large hail. Small craft could be damaged in briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. Large hail could result in structural damage. Locations impacted include Squidnocket Bight, Monumsha Bight, Vineyard Sound, Long Point on Martha's Vineyard, Cuttyhunk Island, Yehead Light, and the coastal waters between Block Island and Martha's Vineyard. Move to safe harbor until hazardous weather passes. Lightning is occurring with this storm. Keep caught on the open, stay below deck if possible. Keep away from ungrounded metal objects. Service in Boston has issued a special marine warning for the Block Island Sound, coastal waters from Montauk, New York to Martha's Vineyard extending out to 20 nautical miles south of Block Island, Narragansett Bay, Rhode Island Sound, until 9:15 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 8:14 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from Watch Hill to Montauk Shoal to 8 nautical miles west of buoy 44,017, moving east at 10 knots. Hazards include wind gusts to 40 knots and large hail. Small craft could be damaged in briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. Large hail could result in structural damage. Locations impacted include Watch Hill, Charlestown Breachway, the coastal waters southeast of Block Island Sound, the coastal waters west of Block Island, Point to the Flight, and Montauk Point. The National Weather Service in
I think we lost it.
Yesterday, August 12th. Southwest winds 5 to 10. The normal low of 58. Issued a special marine warning for the coastal waters, heading out to 25 nautical miles south of Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket. Coastal waters from Montauk, New York to Martha's Vineyard extending out to 20 nautical miles south of Block Island. Ocean waters from Martha's Vineyard to Nantucket from 25 to 45 nautical miles offshore. Ocean waters from Montauk, New York to Martha's Vineyard from 25 to 40 nautical miles offshore until 10:45 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 9:51 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing water spouts was located 8 nautical miles southeast of the coastal waters southeast of Block Island, moving east at 30 knots. Hazards include water spouts, wind gusts to 50 knots, and large hail. Water spouts can easily overturn boats and create locally hazardous seas. Small craft could be damaged in briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. Large hail could result in structural damage. This severe thunderstorm will remain over mainly open waters. Move to safe harbor immediately as gusty winds and high waves are expected. Boaters should seek safe harbor immediately until the storm passes.
better. Never mind, they're off the fucking air. Awesome. Alright, I guess KHB 35 is offline.
Today, this afternoon, partly sunny.
And WX093 is back after being off the air again last night.
Hours and thunderstorm showers with isolated thunderstorms.
Okay, no, there just must be interference then.
Some functions produce gusty winds this afternoon.
Strange things are happening. Nope, that's just leak there. What is that, the 7th shittiest signal marine warning ever?
West winds, temperature 77.
It's a little more audible this time, I guess. Again?
On a frequency of
It's very faint. They gotta get it right, bro.
Eastern Daylight Time.
They gotta get it right, bro.
Reports from around New England.
Now, granted, not everything is like exploding for these, but I finally now understand the pain of just being spammed by marine warnings, I think. Alright, you know what? Fuck you. I got the 1050 hertz. You heard it. Special marine warning. That counts. Yada yada. The KHP-35 should be relaying this. Channel 4 is annoying because it includes Provincetown and Chatham to Nantucket. I don't know, they should be relaying that. It includes coastal waters from Provincetown to Chatham to Nantucket. Who knows?
The National Weather Service in Gray, Maine has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern York County in southwestern Maine, east central Stafford County in central New Hampshire until 2:30 p.m. At 1:45 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over Somerset or near Rochester, moving east at 20 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Rochester, Sanford, Dover, Somerset, Barrington, Berwick, South Berwick, Wells, York, Madbury, Rollinsford, North Berwick, and Ogunquit. This includes Interstate 95 between mile markers 11 and 14. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Torrential rainfall is occurring with this storm and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 2:30 p.m. for the following county: York, Maine, and Stratford, New Hampshire. This is NOAA Weather Radio Station WNG575, broadcasting on a frequency of 162.525 megahertz from Pack.
Finally, an actual, alert. Enough with the marine warnings that are barely audible, and now, wow, they actually went through with it, and now we will have a watch in just about a minute. I can't believe they went through with that. Wow.
The National Weather Service has issued severe thunderstorm watch number 640, effective until 9 p.m. This watch includes the following counties in Maine: Androscoggin, Cumberland, Franklin, Kennebec, Knox, Lincoln, Oxford, Penobscot, Piscataqui, Saginaw, Somerset, Waldo, and York, and the following counties in New Hampshire: Belknap, Carroll, Rockingham, and Stratford. Remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including large hail and damaging winds in and close to the watched area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA weather radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information.
I can't believe I actually went through with that.
The National Weather Service in Gray Maine has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern York County and southwestern Maine, east central Stratford County and central New Hampshire until 2:30 p.m.
I didn't think they were actually going to go through with the watch. They only had a 40% probability. First watch on this thing sounds like a slowed down 74-250. How about that? I don't remember the last time that there was a watch up in these parts of the country with only 40% issuance probability. So now we get an audible marine warning.
The National Weather Service in Gray Maine has issued a special marine warning for coastal waters from Cape Elizabeth, Maine to Merrimack River, Massachusetts out 25 nautical miles until 3 p.m. At 2:05 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located near York, Oregon, 11 nautical miles north of Portsmouth, moving east at 35 knots. Hazard, wind gusts to 40 knots and large hail. Source, radar. Impact, small craft could be damaged and briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. Large hail could result in structural damage. Locations impacted include Kennebunkport, York, and Wells. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 2:30 p.m. for southwestern York and east central. The National Weather Service in Boston has issued a special marine warning for the ocean waters from Martha's Vineyard to Nantucket from 25 to 45 nautical miles offshore. Ocean waters from Provincetown to Nantucket from 20 to 35 nautical miles offshore until 3:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 2:29 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a strong thunderstorm was located 31 nautical miles southeast of the coastal waters south of Nantucket, moving east at 40 knots. Hazards include wind gusts to 40 knots and small hail. Small craft could be damaged and briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. The strong thunderstorm will remain over mainly open waters. Frequent lightning is occurring with this storm. Keep caught on the open water, stay below deck if possible. Keep away from ungrounded metal objects. The National Weather Service in Boston has issued a special marine warning for the ocean waters from Martha's Vineyard to Nantucket from 25 to 45. Issued a special marine warning for coastal waters from Nantucket from 20 to 35 River, Massachusetts.
So now KHB35 decides to actually relay
A strong thunderstorm near York.
an SMW for Provincetown to Nantucket waters, because they're supposed to, but they didn't for the last couple. Although I'm wondering if maybe they just serve like northern portions of it, not like southern portions, but I thought they served them as a whole. I don't know. Who knows at this point? Today's just been fucking horrendous for captures. Really, dude? Fine.
At 3:33 p.m. storm was located over Wells, Oregon, 9 miles southeast of Sanford, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Biddeford, Sanford, Kennebunkport, Wells, South Berwick, York, Arundel, Ogunquit, and North Berwick. This includes Interstate 95 between mile markers 13 and 24. This also includes Ogunquit Beach, Wells Beach, and Fortunes Rock Beach. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Torrential rainfall is occurring with this storm and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 4:15 p.m. for the following county: York, Maine. This is Miller weather radio station KZZ 40. For 5 minutes, Doppler radar was tracking of heavy showers with some rumbles of thunder over Haverhill. The National Weather Service in Gray, Maine has issued a special marine warning for coastal waters from Cape Elizabeth, Maine to Merrimack River, Massachusetts out 25 nautical miles until 5 p.m. At 3:36 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over Wells, Oregon, 16 nautical miles. North of Portsmouth, moving east at 20 knots. Hazard, wind gusts 34 knots or greater and large hail. Source, radar. Impact. Small craft could be damaged and briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. Large hail could result in structural damage. Locations impacted include Kennebunkport, York, and Wells. The National Weather Service has issued severe thunderstorm watch number 640, effective until 9 p.m. This watch includes the following counties in Maine: Androscoggin, Cumberland, Franklin, Kennebec, Knox, Lincoln, Penobscot, Piscataqui, Saginaw, Somerset, Waldo, and York, and the following counties.
Forgot to set this back to channel 6 for the from that SVR for York. Oh well. Getting quite a few marine warnings today, most of them being trashy, barely audible, but there's something, I guess. Moderate rain starting in 20 minutes. Yeah, no shit. There's a line of... Here's what I'm guessing is going to happen based on today's conditions and parameters. It's only marginal risk. At least Massachusetts-wise, as you can see, this line of thunderstorms, showers and thunderstorms, I should say, is developing throughout Worcester County. Instability is far greater eastward, and there have been breaks in sun almost all day. So what I think is going to happen is that this is going to move through Worcester County, and then it's going to see some strengthening as it gets into Metro West. Meanwhile, most of these cells in southern New Hampshire will remain probably subsevere, except maybe this one over by Dover and Durham. I've kind of been looking at that one. It's been intensifying, it seems. A lot of the action will probably stay in the watch in Maine, as you can see. And even here at this particular SVR issued by Caribou, it's not every day that Caribou issues an SVR for golf ball size hail and 70-mile-an-hour winds. So there you go. But we'll have to find out. We'll have to find out what goes on later.
The National Weather Service in Boston has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for south-central Norfolk County in eastern Massachusetts, west-central Plymouth County in southeastern Massachusetts, northwestern Bristol County in southeastern Massachusetts, until 4:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 3:58 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located over Plainville, or near North Attleboro, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Hazards include 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees.
They did it again. They're using
Locations
regular
impacted include
impact
Taunton, North Attleboro, Bridgewater, Attleboro, Mansfield, Middleborough, Easton, Norton, Sharon, Foxborough, East Bridgewater, Rainham, Rentham, Lakeville, Plainville, Halifax, and West Bridgewater. The National Weather Service in Boston.
They did it again. Where they friggin' used the expect wind damage to roof, siding, and trees wording instead of expect damage to trees and power lines. Additional storms. Clear. Outflow spread across. The point you made is all the greatest news as they move near and east. Blah blah blah. Yada yada. Yeah, they did it again. They did it a couple days ago with when WX193 was still off, or they were using the in their impact at least for SVRs the roof siding and trees wording instead of just trees and power lines. So it must just be if the storm is in a more populated area, because it is in the Taunton area. It sounded like so. Interesting things going on here. Interesting things.
Stoneham,
Here comes a SMW.
in Linfield. Get indoors when you hear thunder. Do not resume outdoor activities until at least 30 minutes after the storm has passed. The storm may intensify and become
We'll be coming
severe.
right after this
Stay
SPS.
tuned to your local media for updates and possible warnings. The National Weather Service in Boston has issued a special marine warning for the Boston Harbor, coastal waters east of Ipswich Bay and the Selwyn Bank National Marine Sanctuary, Massachusetts Bay and Ipswich Bay, until 5:30 p.m.
I swear
Eastern
this
Daylight
is
Time.
Norton's like 20th
At
SMW
4:29
today.
p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a strong thunderstorm was located over Lynn, moving east at 15 knots. Hazards include wind gusts to 40 knots and small hail. Small craft could be damaged in briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. Locations impacted include Eastern Point, Massachusetts, Boston Harbor, Beverly Harbor, Broad Sound, Mass Bay Buoy 44,029, and Marblehead Neck. Move to safe harbor immediately as gusty winds and high waves are expected. Frequent lightning is occurring with this storm. If caught on the open water, stay below deck if possible. Keep away from ungrounded metal objects. Here is the official National Weather Service forecast.
Shit is
for Boston
going
Harbor,
down way
issued
north
at
in Maine where I
4:12
can't get from
Sunday,
here.
August 13th. Tonight, west winds 5 to 10 knots.
So I just completely missed out on this SVRT capture as well because the Discord at National Weather Service bot just doesn't want to give me push notifications sometimes. Elon, why are you changing Twitter? Just give us back the IM bots on Twitter, please.